Hello makeup lover and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've already been here before. If not, my name is Malene. I'm a Danish makeup artist living in Barcelona in Spain. If you've already been here before, you know that, and I'm so happy to see you again. But let me tell you that for today's two different looks, I pulled out my first Mothership, my Mothership V, the Bronx Seduction. I really like this palette and it will forever have a special place in my heart. Now, if you want to see how I did these two different looks, please hang in there and I will show you. It's not that complicated, I promise. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or good ideas for future content, please put it in the comment box. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Now, let's go ahead and do some makeup, shall we? I'm going to start by showing you the palette, my very first Mothership, the Mothership V from Pat McGrath Labs. Let me see here. So it is, as you can see, well loved and used. With my Refer 21, I'm going to put on the highlighting shade, the Skin Show something. I never remember the names when I need to use them. But here it is. I'm putting it under the brow to lighten up this area. Then I'm going in with the Refer number 15 with the lightest matte color, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade here. And I'm just blending it out lightly, and I want this color to be light. I don't want this to be heavy or very powerful in any way. Here we go. I dipped my Worker Pro into the darkest color in the palette, the Extreme Aubergine, and I'm just going to place that here in the outer corner. And I'm just going to place that here to give me some depth for the next steps I'm going to do. I'm very sorry about the noise in the background. I have some people right outside my window here on their balcony, and unfortunately my mic is not so good at sorting the sound, so it keeps recording sounds from outside too. It's pretty annoying, but hey, that's just life. Dipped into the same color again with the same brush, the Worker Pro from Sonia G, and I'm just building up the depth out here in the outer corner and not going up over the crease, just sort of into the crease, but I'm just dabbing it on. Now I'm taking my Refer number 13 to just blend out the color here. I did not put anything on the brush at all. It's just a brush with no color that I'm just using to blend out the dark color here in the crease. In my palette, there dipped into the same color again with the same brush, and I'm just gonna put it on my mobile eyelid here. It is a kind of a taupey olive kind of shade. It's very pretty. I think it's very neutral, but it has a lot of shimmer in it, very small particles of shimmer. As you can see, I put a little powder under my eye, even though I don't have any makeup in my face yet. And it's just because I don't want the fallout to stick to my skin when I do the full face of makeup after. I dipped my Builder Pro into the VR Fire Opal, and I'm putting that on the middle of the lid here to really amp up the look. Such a gorgeous topper, really beautiful. I dipped the tip of my flat definer into the extreme aubergine, and I'm going to use that as an eyeliner under the eyes here. I did the same flat definer into the Guilty Pleasure, and I'm just going to put that on the border here to give it a little bit of sparkle, but not too much, just a little bit. And to blend out the harsh line, like so. I'm now going to put on a winged liner, and I'm of course using, well, sorry, of course that was a little weird saying that, but I'm using the Pat McGrath liquid eyeliner pen. By far my favorite of all I have tried. Working as a makeup artist for more than 20 years. Crazy, huh? I dip my flat definer brush into the Skin Show highlighting shade, and I'm going to use that as a highlighter in my inner corner here. And now for some mascara. This is a look with some mascara on. I actually used both Fetish Eyes to begin with, and then the Dark Star from Pat McGrath Labs. To me, this look is like an everyday look with a little bit of a twist with the green color on top here. You can skip the liquid eyeliner if you feel that's a bit too heavy. I'm now going to go off cam and put on some false lashes. Here you see the look with some false lashes on. Now, time for the next eye look. I'm going to start the same way I did with the other look. I'm going to start with the highlighting shade under my brows here, just to lighten that up a little bit, like so. For this look, I'm also going to use the lightest matte shade in the palette as a transition shade here in my crease and a little bit above. And I'm using the same reference number 15 for that task. And I'm just blending it upwards and mixing it into the skin, so to speak. Going in with a darker brown shade with my reference number 14, and I'm putting that into the crease, and then I'm just using windshield wiper motions and just blending it into the other color here, just to deepen up the crease. Going back with the lighter shade in the palette with the matte brown, and I'm just placing that on the border here of the darker, and I'm just laying it like I did the first time I put it on before I went in with the darker. I just want this transition to be like very, very blended out. Dipped into the red Blitz Flame, I think it's called, with my reference number 21, and I'm just laying that here on my mobile lid, all over the mobile lid. I want this color to be intense. To make this next step super intense, I'm going to bring in the intensifiers, and I'm going to put that on my mobile lid here on top of the red. Dip my Builder Pro into the rose gold, maybe it's called, something like that, 0 something something. And I am just gonna pat that on top of the red here to make it super intense. I'm gonna go in for more. Dipped into the same color again, and I'm just stamping it on here on top of the red. I want to make this look very fiery, so I'm gonna put a little bit more of the red on top here in the outer corner, mixing it in with the other colors here. On the middle of the eyelid, I'm going to put a little bit of the Astral Luna Gold. It has like a gold green finish to it. Dipped into the Blitz Flame, the red color, with my flat definer, and I'm going to use that as an eyeliner under my eyes here. All the way into the inner corner and all the way up to where it's placed. Dip the tip of my flat definer brush into the dark brown color, and I'm just going to put that close to the waterline here, to the lower lash line, to darken it up a little bit, like so. Put a little bit of the black coffee on my waterline and also use the same color to do some tight lining. I'm going to give this look a liquid eyeliner as well, so I'm going to turn my head a little bit. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes when you use red eyeshadow and it's very close to your eye, it can make your eyes look red. And I certainly don't want that. So by putting on a liquid liner here, you separate the red from your eyes just a little bit so that it doesn't give you the red eye look. It's still a red eye though, of course. Here you see the look with a little bit of mascara on. I'm now going to go off cam and put on some false lashes. Back with some false lashes on, and now I want to put on a little bit of a highlighter. I'm using the highlighting shade with my flat definer brush from Sonagy. So this is what it looks like with false lashes on, with no concealer and no full face of makeup. But I'm going to go off cam and do a full face of makeup so you can see what it looks like with a full face of makeup. This is the finished look with a full face of makeup. I'm now going to turn to the side so you can see the Electric Bloom blush I put on. And on top of that, I put on a little bit of the two colors from the highlighting trio, the pinky shade and the golden shade. On my lips, I put on some Flesh 5 Matte Trans lipstick, also from Pat McGrath. Now I'm going to put on my glasses. So these are just two of so many possibilities you have with the Mothership V Bronze Seduction, and it is possible to make more neutral looks, and it's also possible to really amp it up there with the gorgeous shimmer shades that are in there, like the Astral Luna Gold and the VR Fire Opal. I just can't keep my hands out of those two shades when I do some looks with that palette. It will forever be one of my favorites because it was my introduction to her palettes, and I have had it on my wish list for so long before I was finally able to buy it. So it has a special place in my heart. Also, the fact that it actually took 3 attempts to get here But that's a whole nother story I'm not gonna bore you with. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any good ideas, comments, or questions, please put it in the comment box. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Now, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out of your schedule to look at this video, and I wish you an awesome day. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.